Michael Smith here for Andrew Johnson.
Good morning, Mr. Smith. What are we going to do with Mr. Johnson today?
We recently got a offer from the completion of an offer from the state. We have been waiting for the state to give us the restitution number for this charge, and I believe they sent something over yesterday. I would like to have a little more time to talk to my client about it since we just got this in. But if not, I can talk to the prosecutor on the case this morning at least. So,
what is the issue with is it only the restitution that's at issue?
Well, the overall offer that's being made, I'd like to talk to the state about it. They've also offered him I think 12 months probated sentence, a 12-month probated sentence. And so we wanted to talk to the state about that. But we just got the complete offer a day ago. So
okay, whose case is this with
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarita, get the ass. I'm on Zoom.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Githier. I've got a number of people here in court with me and people on Zoom also. Can we go ahead and I'd like to move these cases along if I possibly can. I would like to, if possible, to get this done today. I don't want this to run on again if possible. Can you put the offer on the table on the record for me, please?
Yes, one moment. The offer is for the reckless conduct, 12 months probated, a $750 fine, or 75 hours of community service, complete an animalcourts.com online course, restitution in the amount of $908 to Candace Cooper for medical expenses, and the dog at large offense will be null pros.
Okay, and once he completes the terms, is it fine for the probation to terminate?
No objections to that, Your Honor, that's fine.
Okay, so Mr. Smith, he would only be on probation until he completes the terms of the sentence, and then it would.
Well, the one issue I have is they're willing to null pros and this is probably something for the prosecutor, they're willing to null pros the dog at large charge, but my understanding is that the charge for the reckless conduct at issue is reckless conduct that arises from someone that is an HIV infected person, which is not any worlds related to what we're talking about here today. The code section they're citing for that is related. Clearly, the statute is designed to address issues where somebody has been infected with HIV and is engaging in reckless conduct in the community. We're talking about a dog bite situation here. So I can't, that's why I want to talk to the prosecutor, because I just don't see how that statute is even going to be applicable in this case. And then as far as the dog at large charge, if they want to null price it, I mean, I think my client should just be able to pay the restitution and then maybe a fine and move on. But I don't think there needs to be any probation here.
In this situation, Your Honor, I believe there were 4 victims involved with this dog bite, related to this dog. There were 4 different victims. And this wasn't the first occasion in which there was an issue with this dog, which is why there is a reckless conduct charge.
But my point is that the reckless conduct statute that you're citing is for reckless conduct related to conduct by HIV infected persons, which is not the reckless conduct that would even be at issue in this situation.
I will double check that statute, and if it is the incorrect one, we can amend that. But I will double check that.
Can we double check it this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so why don't we do this, Mr. Smith? And I see that you're a bit frustrated there, but I am, if you all can't work it out, I am just going to place this either on a bench trial calendar or a jury trial calendar for the 1st of next year. But if you can work it out, I'd like to see if you can get that done so that we can move this case on. So I'm happy to put you into a breakout room with Ms. Githier so that you all can discuss it at length, okay?
And I apologize. I'm not frustrated. I think it's my zeal for my client is more coming through than anything. I don't have any issue with the prosecutor. She's been wonderful to work with and all that. It's just, wearing a different hat this morning. That's all. So,
okay. All right.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I know the court has the one lawyer, one rule. But Ms. Githier, if I can just say to Ms. Githier, since she's not in person and I am, Ms. Githier, if you would please look at OCGA, it does appear that what counsel is saying, the 60-5-60, that is enumerated in the accusation, that is the reckless conduct for the transmission by persons infected with HIV. So what we would need to do would be to amend this to the reckless conduct, but not the reckless conduct dealing with HIV. So I see what counsel's argument is in that regard, Your Honor. But there is a reckless conduct. We can amend the accusation and cite the correct code section.
Would that be satisfactory, Mr. Smith?
I would like to be, and I would like to assess because I was trying to, when I'm advising my client as to what to do, I looked at the statute to like let him know what his potential issues would be going forward or whatnot. And so I would like to be able to like analyze that statute and then advise him about it. So whether or not I can do that today or not, I'm not sure, but I will try. But I just,
Is your client with us today?
He's on the call this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, so why don't we do this? If we can get that amended and get it to you, if you need additional time to talk with him, I'm going to give it to you. But if you talk with him and you don't need additional time and you can explain everything and you're satisfactory with the terms, then we can move forward. Also knowing that if he is on probation, it's only going to be for the period of time for him to complete the terms. Okay, so if he completes the terms in 2 weeks, he'll be done, or however long it takes him.
Okay.
So that would be the order of the court if there is some type of plea taken. So, okay, I'm going to give you the opportunity for Ms. Githia to make that amendment, for you to look it over, for you to talk with her if need be, and then you come back after you talk with your client today and let me know how you'd like to proceed. Is that satisfactory?
That's satisfactory to me. If you could you just send it to me via email, and then that way I think my client's using his phone, so I'd like to be able to talk to him. So
Okay.
Can we log back on when it's time, or
as soon as I finish calling the calendar, I'm going to let you go into a breakout room and speak with Ms. Githia, and you all can determine how you want it to be sent to you and things of that nature. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Position number 2, Lance Smith.
Oh, Your Honor, that is the case where the state filed a motion for continuance and the defense counsel, Mr. Cohn, consented. I believe Your Honor signed that.
Okay.
The trooper, who's a material witness, Trooper Pilot with the Georgia State Patrol, is on medical leave and not expected to return till after March of 2023. I believe Your Honor did sign the motion.
Okay. So that's been continued.
Continued, yes, Your
Okay,
Honor.
thank you. Position number 1 on the Orca E motions calendar, Cesar Gonzalez.
Morning, Your Honor. Ben Rosen, Mr. Gonzalez.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Erica Marshall for the state.
Good morning. Where are we with Mr. Gonzalez?
We have worked out a plea deal this morning.
Okay, very good. Are we? Oh, yes. Are we ready to go forward with that plea?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm completing the plea paperwork as we speak.
Okay, so as soon as you all are ready, I'm happy to take it.
Thank you.
Okay.
And at this time, you are excusing the officer?
As long as, do you want him to stay until the plea is taken? I mean,
Thank you very much, officer.
Unless he just wants to stay. But
No. I'll go get more.
based on counsel's representation that this is going to be a plea then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, officer.
Thank you.
So that completes the 11:30 calendar. Ms. Marshall Story.
Oh, no, I just stood up. I didn't know if you
Oh.
had something else you wanted to
Okay.
say.
And just let me say that I'm real, I'll make yourself comfortable. You don't have to keep standing. It's fine with me. I mean, so I guess I'm used to so much on Zoom, but
We're just trained, Judge, yes,
Right,
we're at the
I-
table, just bounce up.
I understand. So, all right. So we do have one plea, and I'm not sure if it's ready. That's on the 1:30 calendar, and I believe that everything on the 1:30 calendar has been resolved except for this plea. So let me go ahead and call the 1:30 calendar. Position 1, Mark Batty, that was Norcross. Position 2, Phaedrian Crawford, it's my understanding, that's position 2, position 3, and position 4. Position 2 is a duplicate to position 3, is what I'm told. So 3 and 4 will be pleas. Is that correct, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
You signed the paperwork. We're ready.
Okay, so I've got one of the pleas. I'm waiting for the second one, so I'll take that as soon as you all are ready. And position 5, Danielle McBath, that was no cost also. So and can we go ahead and put Ms. Githia and Mr. Smith into a breakout room? And I guess we'll be in recess until one of the please is ready. Is there anyone on Zoom or in the galley that I have not addressed? Okay. I'm Judge Eric Morrow, and I understand that you're going to enter a guilty plea to these charges today. Is that correct?
Yes,
And can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes.
And you can put your hand down, sir. Thank you. Ms. Marshall-Story.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state has made a sentence recommendation on the two cases, State v. Fidarian Crawford, 20 CR 002367 and 20 CR 00697. We have come to a global resolution for both of these cases. The defendant on the case ending in 6-7 would be pleading guilty to the charge of criminal trespass, family violence, battery, cruelty to children, theft by taking. The sentence on that matter is 12 months to serve, 4 days with credit for time served, 4 days, balance probated for anger management classes, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Shania Miller Hunter and Kayla Lynn Terry. That same condition for the criminal trespass charge on 20 CR 00697, those same conditions, Your Honor, 12 months to serve, 4 days for anger management classes, 40 hours of community service, no contact with Shania Hunter and Kayla Terry.
I have, and I want to make sure the paperwork is right. I have 121 CR 000069F.
21 CR, yes.
Okay. And it is 69F, right? And the other one is 20 CR 000236F.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right.
No, I'm thinking maybe one of this one's 20. And Your Honor, I apologize. When I was assisting, I may have put 20 CR for one of those when it should have been 21.
Okay.
I believe that was my error.
That's-
Mr.
So it is. All right.
One of the victims, but I didn't see that on the paperwork.
Does anybody mind if I correct that on the?
Oh, no,
paperwork?
I have some whiteout, Your Honor. Do you need some?
No, I think I can do it without the. white.
Okay. Both this morning and told them that they didn't have to come to court, so they're on the Zoom.
Okay, anything further, Ms. Marshall-Story?
Your Honor, there is one issue. The discussions that were held did include having the defendant pay restitution in the amount of $100+ But if it's not on the paperwork, we'll move forward. But that was part of the discussion for the broken window frame on the criminal trespass case.
Your Honor, I would have to say that I never discussed restitution with them because it was not presented to me. I mean, if it was, but it wasn't.
Okay, then Your Honor, if it was not, then we'll go forward as previously discussed.
Okay,
Thank
very good. Anything?
No, Your Honor, we would ask the court to accept this negotiated plea. He is employed. And so
$180.
we have no problem with any of the conditions. It is concurrent. All counts are concurrent and all the cases are concurrent. So it's 1 year total.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, the state is requesting that there be no early termination from
And
probation.
we understand that.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
Very good.
And also, I guess we should say on the record that if this happens again, it could be a felony. In other words, not violating your probation can't be, but if you get charged again with family violence battery, I think it would be a felony.
Understand.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Oh, Your Honor, I just stepped back on. Is there a question regarding the restitution?
He's not.
I think that's been resolved.
It has been, okay, thank you.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. This is ASG Riley. There was supposed to be restitution for the window frame.
It's not on.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Riley.
Good morning.
So let me just, I'm not sure what was and what wasn't discussed from the bench's perspective. It's not on the paperwork. It appears to be on a roundabout amount. I mean, do we have any, has it already been repaired? Has she submitted or he or she submitted any bills for the restitution?
It's my understanding, Your Honor, that the window frame had to be fixed, but it was done via
What do you think about
Facebook Messenger, I believe. It was Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't through a
That's what I
general
got.
contractor.
Yeah. I'll interrupt. I would like to correct the record. Miss Gethia did send me an email. The restitution is in the plea offer. I stand corrected.
Okay,
$180 is in the plea offer. I stand corrected.
Okay, so then we need to make sure that the plea paperwork does in fact reflect that.
okay. And so do
I
we,
don't believe that it originally did, and I remembered there being some restitution.
Yeah, my
And-
apologies for that.
the court just wants to make sure that Ms. Gethia did, was paperwork submitted to you that verified that $180 was spent to repair the window?
We know that the window was repaired. They were unable to find the bill to provide to us.
Your Honor, Miss Kayla Lynn Terry is also on Zoom, so we can certainly put her on the record
Waiving
as
your
to paying the
bill.
restitution if that is necessary.
I'd feel more comfortable if there was some type of testimony under oath from Ms. Lynn Terry,
Waive that.
Ms. Riley, in regards to the restitution, with it being known that
Paying that.
being placed under oath,
Would it make a difference?
that she has to tell the truth regarding the matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
And we would waive any evidentiary issue. He agrees that he owes $180 in restitution.
Okay,
So we consent to that.
all right. Very
She
good.
wants to state it just for the record to make everybody happy, then that's fine too.
Well, apparently it will only make the court happy. So
Oh.
if the parties are happy, I'm fine.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So if
I'm
you want,
looking at the paperwork, Your Honor. I do see $180 restitution to Kayla Lynn Terry on the paperwork.
I said that, okay? I corrected myself, okay? We agree.
Excuse me, I did not hear that. I was just,
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry.
I thought that the statement was, it was not on the paperwork, and I was just clarifying.
Okay, that's fine.
well, I don't see it on I think everybody's a bit confused. I don't see it on the plea statement.
Yes,
Do
On
I?
the one ending in 695, it is on that plea paperwork.
There's not a 695.
It should be two separate,
Right, I have a 21 CR 000069F and a 21 CR 00026.
I'm sorry, did I say 69F, Your Honor? That,
I don't see it, so I'm gonna give the paperwork back and maybe somebody else can find it. I don't see it on here, but maybe I'm mistaken.
It was in the email, not the paperwork. That's why I knew I had seen it, but I didn't remember reading it. Yes. No, it's not on there. That's why.
They had it in the recommendation, but they forgot to put it in the paperwork. $180. That's what happened. I wasn't gonna.
Check this out one more time. 21 C. Six, 9F. Criminal trespass. These are very family. It's criminal trespass, family. He said battery. Okay, so I'm not sure which one to add it to because they both have criminal trespass. Yes, it really doesn't. He's charged with criminal trespass on both. But for the windows, we need to look at the window. Like the case. We don't know off the top of her head. While we're in the window, he went into the house.
Ms. Githia, if I can ask you, on which accusation is the restitution being requested on behalf of the state? Which accusation number?
The 21 CR 000069F.
Okay, and I believe what the issue was is that the plea paperwork does not contain any mention of restitution, but defense counsel did perfect the record and stated that it was sent to him via email.
It was in the plea offer that was accepted by us, yes.
I guess I'm not understanding. I'm looking at the plea paperwork that I sent him and I see it on mine. I'm not understanding that.
And my apologies for interrupting. Ms. McCutcheon, Ms. Githia did just send the email with the plea paperwork. It is on the plea paperwork.
Well, there must be two sets of plea paperwork, I believe.
There are, yes, because it's two different cases, so.
Need me?
See, I knew I would come again. The White House. Huh?
Oh, you
Whatever ink is available.
Do you want a copy of these since I printed them out?
What? Okay.
We're getting our arguments from.
Okay. so we said Kendra.
I got these
Recommended.
extra copies.
Okay, thanks. Paperwork beforehand and printed out the papers.
There's something on the back of your.
Yeah, that's why we need to take a copy, but I can go ahead. I can make another copy of it. And then that way I can start that.
That one needs another zero. The 4 zeros, right?
What if they make contact with you?
Yeah.
You need to stay away from them. They're just trying to set you up for trouble. I mean, you don't want to, you don't have any reason to talk to them, right? Why would, are they trying to make contact with you?
I do have kids.
Sorry.
Oh, your kids. Which one?
Caleb?
Mr. Raffle,
Yes.
your mic is hot.
Um,
I can hear the discussions with your client. I just want you to know your mic was hot.
okay, thank you.
Okay, are we ready to proceed?
Yeah. We have another issue. It's come up. It has no contact with Kayla Lynn Terry, and they have a child together.
So, is there gonna be, there can be third-party transfer of the child for visitation?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, I mean, that's fine with the court. I'm not gonna keep you from your child.
All right.
So, but you do have to realize that there could be no further contact, what no contact means. No contact means no phone contact, no personal contact, no email contact, no social media contact. If you enter into this plea, it's no contact whatsoever. So you'll have to go through a third party such as family member to make contact with the victim so that you all can,
Okay,
so you can have visitation with the child.
understood.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does that solve the
But
problem?
his issue was she sometimes contacts him over the child. Is that gonna create a problem?
Well, is this Miss,
Kayla Lynn Terry.
Yes.
Miss Terry, good morning. I'm Judge Eric
Good morning.
Mora. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. I just want you to know that he cannot contact you in any regards while he's on probation. As far as your child goes, you all are going to have to work it out with a third party for him to have visitation with that child. You
Okay.
cannot call him directly because if you call him, that's going to put him in jeopardy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you need to discuss something with your child, you need to discuss it with a third party, not with Mr. Crawford directly. You understand me?
Okay.
All right. You have any questions regarding that?
No.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Does that solve the problem, Mr.?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
All right. And does anybody have a problem with me adding a third party transfer in the?
No, Your Honor,
Paperwork.
I don't believe the state knew for a fact if the child had been legitimized or not, and so normally we still ask for no further contact.
Okay, with that, okay.
My mom.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Yes, Your Honor, it works out fine because his mother is in contact with her about the child.
Okay, very good. Anything further before we take the pleas?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Crawford, it's my understanding that in case 20 CR 0000236F, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, family violence, battery, cruelty to children in the third degree, and theft by taking. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's also my understanding that in case 21 CR 00069F, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery, family violence, and criminal trespass, family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and not by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
You understand that if you're on probation, that your probation can be affected by these pleas?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, that your citizen status could be affected by these pleas?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I will accept your guilty pleas, Mr. Crawford. I am going to waive the probation fees for you while you're on probation to help you get and stay on your feet, okay?
Thank you.
But you're gonna have to be on probation for the entire 12 months, okay?
All right.
And just let me advise that you're young. People can work with you if they know that something's going on, that you're having some type of issues. Just don't fall off. You know, if something comes up and if you stay in touch with your probation officer and something goes awry and you're in touch with them, they can have compassion on you. But if you just fall off and we have to track you down, then people, have less empathy for that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So even if you run into some difficulties, make sure you stay in touch with the probation officer and let him or her know what's going on with you.
Okay.
All right. You have any other questions for your counsel?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
We will have to give him where he needs to go for probation. I think they're running a bit behind now. So if you'll go in the next 2 to 3 weeks to check in with probation and get that started, okay?
All right.
But
She's
we'll
got a
give
paper
you-
for
we'll
you.
give you where you need to go to report, all right?
All right. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You do the same, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, may I be placed back into the breakout room with Attorney Smith, please?
Okay. Let's see, is Mr. Smith on the line?
She meant Mr. Johnson. Are you referring to Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Smith is not on the line.
He may still, he was in the breakout room and I had to step out of the breakout room.
Is he still in the breakout room? Ms. James?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm gonna put Ms. Githia back in the breakout.
Okay,
room.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Ms. Githia, do you see a signal to go to breakout room two?
No, I don't. And Mr. Smith is also out of the breakout room now. So he would need to be placed back in it as well.
I moved you all to two, but I'll close them out.
Okay.
And are we still waiting on Mr. Gonzalez? Are we ready?
We're ready if you are, Your Honor.
Okay, yes.
And Matt, I think that's all we have.
Yes, have a good Thanksgiving, Mr. Buffalo. Good to see you.
The one.
Good morning, Mr. Gonzalez Hernandez.
Good morning.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Well, I guess it's this afternoon. Good afternoon. It's a little after 12 now. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Marshal Story.
Thank you, Your Honor. On this matter, the state's recommendation on a plea to the DUI less safe and the failure to maintain lane and open container is 12 months to serve 24 hours. Credit for time served. The defendant has served the 24 hours. Balance probated, a $400 fine, alcohol, drug evaluation and treatment if mandated. The risk reduction class, 40 hours of community service. And we'd ask that the defendant's probation run concurrent to both his plea on the DUI less safe, the failure to maintain lane, and the open container. Additionally, Your Honor, the state is prepared to and has submitted a null process on the reckless driving and the DUI per se charge.
Okay. Is there a recommendation regarding probation once he completes the terms?
Your Honor, based on the fact that this is the defendant's first arrest, the state will not oppose probation, not terminating, but going non-reporting after these conditions have been met successfully.
Thank you. Counsel.
Your Honor, I believe this is a fair resolution based on the facts of the case. My client's prepared to enter the plea today. He will need a lost license affidavit prepared as well as a certificate of first conviction. He does qualify. He has actually been without a license since the initial arrest because he was not aware he had to follow 5 requests for ALS hearing. So I advise him he cannot drive until he goes to DDS and submits the order, and they'll determine whether or not he qualifies for a permit versus an actual license.
Okay. Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez Hernandez, it's my understanding that in case 20 CR 002 1434, you wish to plead guilty to driving under the influence less safe, maintain lane and open container. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
This afternoon? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you've given up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
You understand that if you're on probation, that your probation can be affected by your guilty plea here?
Yes, sir.
You understand that if you're not a United States citizen, that your status can be affected by your plea here?
Yes.
You give your plea free and voluntarily?
Yes.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Gonzalez Hernandez. I am also going to waive your probation fees for you while you're on probation to help you get and stay on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any additional questions? Do you have your license on you today?
No.
It was surrendered to the officer at the time of the arrest and has not been
Okay.
returned.
All right, very good. We will also get you the paperwork that you need, and we will get you where you need to report to probation. And if you can make sure to report, as I said before, I think they're running a bit behind. So do report in the next 2 weeks or so to get that started, all right?
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
The address change since this case is-
Your Honor, I can email to Ms. Bolton a copy of the lost license surrender affidavit and the notice of revocation and suspension. Or should that be Mr. Redding?
She said they have it.
You have it, or you have the paperwork? All right, thank you.
So, Your Honor, just my understanding, does he need to stick around for probation? You stick around for this, all right? Well, you stay here. You can post them. That concludes my business for today. I'll be excused.
Yes, could you get him, hold on 1 second. I think that he needs to sign here. And you also need to sign here.
Mine right
Thank
there.
you.
And date
I appreciate it.
November 23rd. There, so. Let's work on hopefully.
How will the right to retrieve defendant's vehicle rather than tow it? Okay, just to show that. So that's being okay. You know, you can still do it off the top of your head. Okay. Which to me was kind of odd. In case that came out, so if you refuse, then the language is coercive. If you submit, it's not correct. But I want to say, in case like this, in one of the cases I gave you, they spoke to that and they said they recognized that wasn't an unanswered question. Yeah, that's it. How many things are in the handout, but I printed that one because I wanted to make sure I understood it because it really kind of, even though it was sent back on appeal, it was sent back to the trial judge. It was actually sent back specifically to make sure that the totality of the circumstances was looked at because Elliot had not come out yet, but it was not reversed. Okay. It was just sent back to look at it for that reason. Right. Updated my computer. See, I came in about 10 so he could update my computer. My calendars. Again, we're still waiting for those calendars. You know, we need to prep them and we kind of like, I thought it might be sweet, but she didn't. So I think it's probably going to be Monday. And you want me to still complete the calendar that I had? That'll be, I guess, at the same time in a different court. Well, no, I mean, if you were going to have those drag racing calendars, you need to cover those calendars. Well, I know I can't cover, but do you still want me to prep them? That's what Denise sent you yesterday, and you didn't respond back. Okay. Yeah, she sent a message saying she want me because Miss Tortorella wasn't on those calendars, just me, Denise, and Sarita.
Ms. James.
Miss James just stepped away. This is Miss Smith.
Oh, good afternoon, Ms. Smith. Would you let have Ms. Githier and Mr. Smith come back out of the breakout room for me for a moment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Smith had muted himself to speak with his client, and I've
Oh,
inquired.
okay.
He's
All
still
right.
speaking with the client. He didn't respond back, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay. Was he in the breakout room with you, Ms. Githier?
No, sir.
Okay. Were you all able to make any headway?
I believe so.
Okay. Ms. Smith, is he still on the line? On the call? Oh, here he goes. Mr. Smith, are you with me? Here you go. Thank you. Thank you. Will you let DeAndre know? I didn't know what to do with the last one.
Okay.
So if he wants to email me or something to tell me what, I couldn't figure that out.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Just the pages in the fight. Pages in the fight.
Tell him the second one for December, probably.
Understand.
Okay.
Having worked upstairs.
Right. Have a good day.
Connor, now that concludes my business for today.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
You do the same. Thank you.
You still on the phone call, correct? Thank you.
Thank you.
You got what? Got the big. Yeah. Y'all still got 1 o'clock.
Good job.
Mr. Smith, my inclination at this point, I know you are trying to work it out diligently, and I appreciate that, would be to set you for a final plea calendar so that you can have whatever time you need to continue to speak with your client and to get the paperwork together. Would that suit you?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm talking to him right now, and I think it seems like we're close. Just like one detail for him is kind of
Okay.
so we'll more time would be useful because now we'll have all the information from the state. Too.
Okay. All right. So we have a final plea calendar on December 21st. Would that work for you?
I believe it will work for me. I do not. Let me check my calendar real fast. Full disclosure, Judge, I am a civil lawyer generally, not a criminal lawyer. So this is not necessarily my world. Let's see. I believe the 21st should work. I don't think.
Okay. So you and your client will get a notice for it'll be 9 o'clock. And if you do have a plea, if you can get with Ms. Skithier and get the plea paperwork for me, I can get you in and out quickly, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, very good. So we'll see you back on the 21st.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, I apologize again for the interruption. It's ASG Riley. If I could just perfect the record as to the reckless conduct count on this case, it is the correct statute. It is subsection B of the statute. So it is one of those all-encompassing statutes where reckless conduct, normal reckless conduct, as well as reckless conduct for infecting people with HIV. So it is both. It is not mutually exclusive.
One
to perfect the record.
And that's
it's only one statute for reckless conduct. But there are semicolons that break it up.
Yeah. Your Honor, the my client is not going to be in town on the 21st. If we have a documentation together, we'll be able to do it via Zoom. I mean, he can participate via Zoom, but it's just
Oh,
physically.
yeah, that's fine. He doesn't have to be here in person. As long as you all get the paperwork in to me, you can be on Zoom, he can be on Zoom. Ms. Riley and Ms. Githier can be on Zoom, so we can get that done that way. So that's not a problem.
Okay.
Just for the record, Your Honor, I will be on leave on the 21st.
Okay. So you're saying to the court, you don't want to join us on Zoom?
Your Honor, it's fine if I need to handle it, ASG Riley, sorry, my camera went out. If I need to handle it, I can.
Okay, that's fine. You know, I'm just teasing you. Ms. Githier.
I know.
All right, anything further today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if not, thank you all, everyone, for your hard work today, and you all have a happy Thanksgiving and be safe, please.
Thank you.
You too.
Judge.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.